volume of the video pretty high. Alright, guys. Alright, Fatal Slug, I should be RB in about 10 minutes. Alright, man, you take your time. We'll actually begin starting here, so let's do this. Alright. If the quality's too high, I'll put it lower if needed. If it buffers or some shit like that. Okay, so we are ready, guys. We're beginning the coaching here with Chuloon. Chuloon, sorry. So he is, hold on, let me put in the text here. Oh, whoops, sorry. Let me put in the text. Coaching Chuloon Platinum for Katarina. Alright, keep in mind he's actually a Katarina main. So he told me he's a Katarina main player. So put it right here. I don't want to make it too big because I don't want it to be too distracting, but I'm going to make it visible so you guys can see. And we got coaching Chuloon Platinum 4 Katarina. Remember, guys, this is not just going to be a basic coaching. Like, I'm not just going to be like, oh, you're supposed to do this, do that. I'm going to go really in depth, and I'm going to go for every single movement. And coming from a Katarina main myself, I really need to see how he manages the lane. I'm very curious how he tries to play the laning phase here. So let's see what he does. It should be interesting. Let's find out. Alright. So I'm looking at his point of view, which is nice. So I can see if he looks around the map and things like that. So it's excellent. Alright, so he's starting up here. He's got, okay, so he's got boots, cookies, alright. And he's starting Q. Now, keep in mind here, I already have something to say. Don't start your ability at level 1. Make sure you wait until, you know, something happens, and then level up your skill. If you level up your skill before the minions show up, something's gonna happen. You know, what will happen? What if they have a thresh or something? What if they have a blitz who tries to grab you, and you don't have Shunpo to escape? But if you have Shunpo in this situation, in a situation where that would happen, you can ward Shunpo out of the way, and you'll be fine. Just a little thing for your future games. It might not happen this game, but remember, this coaching session is not just for this game. It's like I will look at every single thing that will help you in the future as well. So we can begin here.
No going back.
You got Namu, which is awesome.
Seconds until minions spawn.
Make sure the volume's high enough. Just want to make sure that the volume's not too low. I'll put it up there.
Only fools hesitate.
Okay.
Minions have spawned.
So they're up against Pantheon. Okay.
Never play fair.
Hold on. Let's look back here.
Only fools.
Yeah, what you should have done, put down a trinket, put it down at level 1. You never know what happens. Make sure you put one down. Unless you're solemnly saving it just to ward Shunpo out of the way from a jungler or something that early, I would suggest you put down the ward. Put down the ward at level 1. See, like, no one on the map right now, if you look at the map right now, no one is putting any trinkets at level 1. Something is like, I always do. As soon as I start a game, I always go in here, I put the ward directly here, and this where I'm pointing my mouse right now. This is where I put the ward, right? Just in case something happens. You never know. You never know. As soon as you begin, put it down. You'll have it up. You don't have to worry. You'll have your trinket up to ward Shunpo out of lane. Okay. Now let's see how you manage your lane. Managing lane is the most important part here, so I want to see how you do this. Are you using SmartCast? But I think you have that quick range indicator. But since you have good ping, I think that's totally 100% fine. Because the thing is, with me, when I have high ping, the indicator thing does not really throw the ability out. But it's fine if you want to use it, because maybe you don't know the range exactly. But in the end, I would advise SmartCast, because I use SmartCast. It's quick and fast. So once you get used to the range and everything, I think you can go for SmartCasting.
Because I can. Keep friends close.
He zoned you from that. Yep. He zoned you for that minion there. If you look back here. Hold on. I need to open Notepad real quick, guys. Hold up. Because I want to be able to timestamp. I want to timestamp the things that happen in the game, so we can have a quick summary of everything. So let's look back here again. Real quick. Okay, so right at the beginning... Right at the beginning, should have put down trinket at level 1. I'm currently typing this in Notepad, so you guys can't see, but I'll show you right after the entire game. I'll show you all the timestamps. So should have put a trinket level 1. Should have waited right at. I'll just put pre minute 1. Pre minute 1 should have waited the level up ability rather than starting Q. You want to be able to just adapt to which skill you want. Don't just start it at level 1 instantly once you leave Fountain. Now you start here the lane by queuing the minion at the beginning. You don't necessarily have to do that. You're not really looking to shove lane. See, like, you already dropped them now like quarter HP, so that's something I also will note down. I'll talk about a little bit more here. 131. Don't queue. You don't have to queue the minions right at the start. You're not really looking to shove lane early. Last hit with Q or basic attack to last hit them. Unnecessary Q at the beginning. You don't have to do that. There's no reason for you to do that. You don't have to shove lane. You don't have to do anything. Just last hit with your Q. And then you basic attack that one. 4, 3, 2. Your Q's back up again. So now you can last hit that. There you go. Again, it wasn't necessary they had the Q that wave at the beginning. Look the last hit. Manage your lane. See, now your lane is pushing. You got 4 minions already pushing here. At least you're poking him, which is good. And he's not really retaliating to that, right? Alright, the wave is still sort of in the center here. Go for another Q poke, that's good. He's zoning you out, look at this. Let's see, look what he does. He walks up to you because, even though he's level 1, you're level 2, like, he's still Pantheon, you know? Like, he has this strong zoning power. Walks up to you, makes you miss a minion, which kind of sucks. Right, and there's nothing much you can do about that. He walks up again, you walk back, throws a Q, you miss the minion. So that's kind of sad. Nothing much you could do about that since he's a Pantheon and you're Katarina. Lands a stun on you, get some poke. Let's look back here. You Q this one. I'm not sure why you queued that one. 1, 2, bounce. And then you look to W, walk up right to his face, something you never want to do. First, what I would have done here, I would not have queued that wave. Let's look back. Here. No reason to queue this minion. Why do you want to queue this minion? You don't have to. Just last hit with Q, or just be careful. You don't have to queue that minion because you want to shove lane real quick. Like, you're against Pantheon. Why do you want to shove lane this early anyway? So Q, you hit Panth, you come here, you try to W because you want the minion, right? But you're literally, look at this. I want you to think right now. What would happen in general? What would happen if you're walking up this close to a Pantheon, right in front of his face, just to last hit a minion? I want you to think about that for 1 sec. Of course, He's gonna hit you, isn't he? He's gonna hit you, he's gonna poke you, he's gonna try to force you out of lane because Katarina also has a really weak laning phase, so that's something you shouldn't be doing. Also, that Q was not good. So let me timestamp that real quick. 220. 220. Don't Q that minion. Don't walk up to it and get hit by Pantheon just to last hit it. Instead, last hit with Q. So that's timestamp 220. He gets on a proc, he stuns you, Q. You're about the same HP as him. Again, something you shouldn't have done. Remember, this might be this is not just for this game, this is in future games as well. So this coaching session is not literally just for this game. It will also help you in the future. You missed that minion. That's okay. Now look at here. Look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Your lane is going to be pushing. Now I'm curious what you do after the lane does push. So let's see what you do. You miss one minion there. Another minion missed there. Qs you. One, 2, 3, 4, 6 minions. 4 minions on his side. Good Shunpo. At least you get out of his range. But yeah, again, you missed a lot of minions there, I think. Let's look how many minions you missed. Again, you don't have to be pushing the lane. I really don't understand why you're so like focused on pushing the lane. You don't have to. Don't have to, Chuloon. Miss a siege minion, which kind of sucks. Well, cannon minion, actually. Another minion missed here. You got that one, at least. Again, let me see what you do now. Minions at his side. Now look here. I want you to think for a minute. Oh, we got a new follower. Hold up. Let's say hello to our new follower here. Fatal Strike 97. Thank you, man. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome to the Noxian family. Thank you for the follow, bro. Much appreciated. Let's keep going here. Okay. Yeah, what was I saying earlier? Yeah, here.
Ready for trouble.
Okay. Here. What do you think here? What do you think right now? Look, you walk up here. Okay. What do you think right now? What is your thinking at this point? Do you know what you should be doing in lane? Do you know what path you should take right now? What should you do? What should you do? Okay. So if you look at the map, I can't really see this properly. Is that... Wait, let me see who's the enemy jungler. Lee Sin. Is Lee Sin bot lane? I mean, yes. So Lee Sin showed up bot lane. Okay. So that's good. So you cannot get ganked. But I hope at this time you look at the mini-map at least every 5 seconds so you know what's going on the map. Okay? But again, you don't have to be shoving this lane. You just don't have to. This is sloppy lane management there. I don't think it's necessary that you should be pushed this far. Yeah, Lee Sin went bot. He helped his team kill Vayne. Again, he's just zoning you. Why do you want... You're like, basically, you're giving him what he wants. What does he want? He wants to zone you. He wants to see S. You're giving him what he wants, basically. Again, unnecessary Q there. 316. 316. Unnecessary Q on a minion. Sorry if I'm sounding a little harsh, by the way. I do sound a little harsh, but, you know, I just want you to get better, that's all. Again, that minion here, no reason to queue it. You have no reason to queue that minion. Let's look back here again. Boom. Why? Why do you want to queue it? I guess you wanted it to bounce to last hit that one, so you don't get hit by him. So that's understandable, but you don't have to queue a single minion in this situation. Too bad the minion actually moved. So I understand what you thought here, but still. In future games, just think about that. Walking up to it against a Pantheon. No, man, no. You don't do that. This is actually the second time you did that. You take free poke for no reason. 320. 320. Stop walking up the Pantheon. The last hit. Minions. control lane management. That's 320. Stuns you, get slower proc, basic attack. You Shunpo. Oh my god, no, you did not just do that, Chuloon. No, 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 no. Alright, I already have something to say here. 322. 322, don't use Shunpo in melee range. Don't waste Gap Closer on a point-blank champion. Save Shunpo for escape or to Gap Close only. Shunpo does not do any damage. Shunpo also has been nerfed in terms of damage. So this is something you 100% never want to do. You don't Shunpo in melee range like this. Ever, ever, ever. Save your Shunpo to escape. Save your Shunpo for something else to Gap Close. Don't E him just to do damage to him. Your E doesn't do any damage. You don't have to necessarily do this. Unnecessary. At least Amumu is showing up right now. Again, you don't have Shunpo now, so you could have at least ward Shunpo across the wall here, maybe. You could have actually got away, but instead you Shunpo directly on him. Completely unnecessary. You double him to get away. But look at your health now. He insanely damaged you. You could have ward Shunpo. You could even have Shunpo to this ward here that was already there to begin with. If you look back here, that ward is already here. Look at this. What you could have done is Shunpo to that ward. That's all you had to do, and you would have completely avoided all the damage that you would have taken. Look here. You walk up, you get Q, W stunt, basic attack, and then you Shunpo directly on him when you could just directly W him here. You have your W's on 2 seconds. You don't necessarily have to W him because your W's on cooldown, but you can just walk up like this, E this ward, and you're fine. You don't have to Shunpo point blank range. That's something you don't necessarily have to do. And then you take another Q here, boom, and you literally just got almost zoned out of lane there. Again, let's see what happens here. Why? Because I can. I love that quote. Alright. So let me look back a second. Hold on. What did you do here? Right after you came back to lane. They came back to lane. Okay, you just Q that minion, that's fine.
Why? Because I can.
You have Shunpo up now. You don't have to Q that minion. 341. Stop queuing minions that you don't have to queue. Save your Q, man. Save it the last hit. You're getting zoned. You want to be able to have some form of ranged farming, right? You're up against Pantheon. I mean, you're supposed to be getting zoned anyway, but I don't think you're doing this right now. You don't have to Q that minion at all. You just want to get, oh, okay, I just want to Q that minion to poke him a little bit. You do not have to poke him. If you want to poke him, directly poke him, because the bouncing blade does less damage per bounce, right? If you want to directly poke him directly. You only have 16 AP. So, I mean, personally, I go Moose Speak Quince on Katarina, so I play safe in laning because just focus on farming, but you don't have to Q this minion at all. You have no reason to Q that minion. And you miss it now. Alright, you level up Q. Alright, Amumu. Amumu's gonna save. Oh my goodness. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minions. Let's see how many you miss in here. Let's see. Let's see if you actually get the minions anyway. Okay, Amumu was being a scumbag. Alright, you're fine. You missed one there. Okay. I want to see if you actually took minion damage from that. Let's look back here. The minions are attacking either Amumu or you. Yeah, look at these. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the minions are attacking you, but you punish them by a lot. So the minions attacking you here is completely irrelevant, because that was actually a good gank to force him out of lane. Now, I want you to be in the brain of Pantheon right now. What is Pantheon gonna do? Just think. To the viewers, to Chuloon who's watching right now, I want you to think, what is this Pantheon gonna do right now? 1, is he gonna recall? 2, is he gonna stay under turret to farm the CS? So let's see what he does, right? Let's see what this Pantheon does. Okay, so you're really shoving lane here. Let's see what this Pantheon does. I think he would have recalled by now. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to give a positive thing right here. 424. Just finished shoving lane. Got a huge wave. Pantheon misses CS under turret. Boom. There you go. That was good. That was good. Basically, you just denied him a couple of minions here, and you shove lane so that he misses CS from the turret. Good. Standard play. Now, keep in mind, if that Pantheon was under the turret, you would have given him what that Pantheon wants. So be careful with that. I'll tell you why. Because you literally give him CS. You literally give him what he wants. So if you shove lane and he's directly under turret, he's going to be able to get the CS, and you would have given him what he wants in this situation. But yeah, he's recalled, so you can 100% shove lane. Now your other wave is pushing, too. And Pantheon shows up. Oh, boy. Alright, so this is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about. He comes back to lane. He comes back to lane. He's going to CS all these minions that have showed up now. Now, you shove lane, so the minions are on his side, right? Sometimes it's good to either shove lane, or sometimes it's good to not shove lane. But those were a lot of minions, so it's still worth for you, because that was a big wave, and you need that gold 100%, right? So I still agree with what you did. Pantheon still gets the CS and the minion wave on his side. Alright. Zero Maze, how's it going, man? Thanks for hopping in. EA Demo, how's it going, man? How's it going, man? Welcome, welcome. Alright, let's keep on going here. So let's see what you bought. You actually bought Amplifying Tone Pink Ward. Okay. That's good. You actually got a pink ward. I like it. Waves on your side. Keep in mind earlier when I said about lane management, this will help you in future games as well. I'm just giving you a full overview of the whole thing, so you get a bigger image of how things, how the lane management sort of works in certain situations. So don't take it like literal when I say you should only be doing this, you should only be doing that, right? When I said you can push lane, give him CS, it would benefit him more, but sometimes pushing lane is the good thing to do. But in some situations, it's not, right? It's just the basic fundamental of lane management. It's to decide whether you should shove lane and how you control your lane. Bam, that chainsaw. Alright, missed a couple units there. QW, nice, good damage there. Now, I'm not sure why this Pantheon's half HP. So he's actually around here. How the hell did he drop that much health already? He just came back from lane. Did you poke him earlier? Yes, you did poke him. I'm sorry. Hang on. You did poke him. Alright, so that's good. And QW Thunderlord proc. Very nice. And he's dropped a half HP already. Good job there. Here, let me give you a 538 timestamp. Good harass on Pantheon. There we go. Nice. Nice. You're really showing him, I'm the boss of this lane. I'm the boss of this lane. I control this lane. That's good. You're showing presence. I like that. There you go. You have ulti now. He's level 5. Okay. I don't really see you looking around the map a lot, by the way. You might be looking at the mini-map, but I would still suggest you look directly where things are sometimes. Like, when that fight happened at bot lane, you could have looked down there, like back there, like way back then when Lee Sin went bot lane and ganked, if you guys remember. Lee Sin was bot lane. You could have just pressed F2, F3, F4, F5, used the F keys, looked at a bot lane to see if maybe Lee burned his flash, or Lee used a certain spell, or whatever he used, maybe he used, well, he didn't have ulti, I don't think. But whatever he does, you want to be able to see, right? So you have an understanding of what that person did. So I would recommend use the F keys, F2, F3, F4, F5, to look around your team very quickly. Press F2, F3, F4, F5, and then press space to go back to your champion instantly, back to your lane. So I would recommend you do that every here and then. To have it's much better for awareness to do that. I promise you, you will really find your awareness improves when you use the F keys. All right, let's see what you did here. WE, nice. Okay, you're poking him. Look at him. You're forcing him to use flasks. Well, it's not called flask anymore. Corrupting potion, I think he's using currently. Okay, you put a ward here. Again, that pink ward, I disagree with it. I think you should put it here instead, right? You put it in the center of the lane. I think you should put it here to put it towards your side of the map rather than in the middle, making it pretty easy for someone to just, you know, if it's a Lee Sin, ward jump over this, take down the pink ward. Or just walk directly to it, hit it. If you put it here on, hold on, let me see if you put the camera up. Alright. Let me go back to 621, where you put the pink. Okay. There. So, you have an Amumu, right? You have an Amumu jungle. Now, that Q would definitely hit Lee Sin from here, but you want Lee Sin to be as deep in your side of the lane as possible. So you put the pink ward here. If you want to put a pink, you put it right here. Personally, what I do, if you look at my mouse right here, I put the pink ward directly here on the edge of the bush in case Lee Sin invades Amumu. Because Amumu is quite vulnerable to Lee Sin, so you want to be helping him and helping yourself at the same time. So a pink ward here, right directly at the edge of that bush. Directly, because what does Lee Sin like to do? He likes to enter jungles, ward hop over this Wraith camp here, and then go behind you, kick you into the enemy. This is what most Lee Sins do. So a pink ward here against Lee Sin would be really, really good. Because he can easily just ward hop over this Wraith camp here and go on you, ult you, and you won't see it coming because there's no vision right here right now. You never know. Lee Sin might come through this bush, go inside your jungle, come in here, boom, he'll get you. So anyway, if you're gonna put a pink ward in the lane bush, make sure it's directly here at the very, very end of your lane. This way he's as deep in as possible. Oh, you should have poked in there. I think you hit the minion. Let me look. Yes, you hit the minion first. If you hit him directly, you do the most damage because every bouncing blade you do deals less damage. So I know it was probably a misclick or something, but just, you know, just saying anyway. Just make sure you hit him directly. That's not something major, but I'm just letting you know. Good, not miss your pinging. I like it. Okay, use Shunpo here to last hit that minion. So you're very vulnerable right now. I'll tell you why. Use Shunpo. Now imagine Lee Sin comes on here, ward hops over this Wraith camp, and you don't have Shunpo. What do you do? The only thing you can do really is flash away if something bad happens. Keep in mind, Pantheon also might ulti, because he's level 6, right? Let's make sure. So I'm not bullshitting. Yes, he is level 6. He's probably going to recall, though. Look at his health, right? He's probably going to recall. He walked back. He's probably recalling. So you shove lane. Shunpo that. Okay, so now you don't have Shunpo again. Vulnerable. Pantheon recalled, so Pantheon misses some CS. You put some damage on this turret. Again, reason I would disagree with this right now is because I think you should back. By this time, let Pantheon miss the CS. Well, you do like a couple hundred damage to this turret. Back right now. Buy whatever you need so you don't miss CS. However, you do put some decent damage on this, but there we go. What did I say just now? What did I say just now? What did I say? You're so deep in the lane, you don't have... Okay, your Shunpo's up right now. But I saw this coming way before. It looks like you and Amumu did not know what would happen at all. You didn't think of the situation big enough. You know, I would have just backed as soon as the minions went on the turret. As soon as the minions landed on Pantheon's turret. See, that I was correct. I was correct 100%. This is what Lee Sins do. They ward jump over Wraith Camp and they go on you. This is what they would do as well. And back here, this is just what Lee Sins do. You have to understand the enemy jungler. You have to look at the bigger picture, not just plainly put pink wards wherever they always need to be. So now, I think he will land that Q. Oh, he landed on a Mumu. Okay, so use Shunpo here. Pantheon ults. Boom. Splat. You both managed to get away. Oh, he's dead, I think. Yep. That's a dead Amumu. Alright, let's look back. Let's look back. I'll tell you what you should have done and should have not done. Okay, so shoving lane, I agree with. Okay? Because Pantheon's recalling is going to miss the CS. It's a good call. Now, here. 644. 644. Okay, don't use Shunpo. Don't use Shunpo if you're planning on pushing that deep with both Pantheon and Lee up, and you know Pantheon has ult. Expect Lee to ward hop over Wraith Camp. So don't use Shunpo if you're planning on pushing that deep. With both Pantheon and Lee up, expect Lee to war hop over Wraith Camp. Second of all, don't go for turret hits. Don't go for turret hits. You don't have to. Just back. Just back. Let Pantheon miss the CS. Let Pantheon miss CS. Don't go for turret hits, and just back. You're good. That's all you have to do. You don't have to be doing this right now. Look. You don't see dead timers up here. Like, both of them are up. You know both of them are up. To what? To land a couple of hits? It's something you don't necessarily have to do. As I predicted, Lee Sin ward hops over here. Pantheon ults. Luckily, you get away because he had Shunpo. But I'm telling you, in your future games, don't Shunpo this way if you're planning on pushing. Just don't Shunpo. It's your only gap closer. If you use it recklessly, you won't have it for something major. And you also use flash here. So let me look again. Were you out of range here? Okay, you flashed Pantheon ult, so I understand that. Volley's coming down. Volley can't really do much here. Actually, I think he can. But at least he got level 6 now. Volley's coming down. I don't know what Volley's going to do here. Is he really going to go in? There you go. I think you can actually kill him. Oh, you got insta-stun. Oh, no. This is sloppy. Shit. I like it. Good ward, Shunpo. You're zoned now. You're completely... Oh, man. You're in a really shitty position right now. Pantheon behind you. Shen in front of you. Shen can... Pantheon should be the one that tanks the turret, by the way, because he's got passive, right? And you don't have Shunpo now, so I wonder what you're going to do. Pantheon is denying you from backing. Skin that lane. Shen takes the turret damage. Oh, you get queued and you die. You had nothing to do there. You had no choice. Let's look back at what you could have done better. Here. What I would have done is understand that Lee has stun, Pantheon has stun, Lee has ult. Let Volibear die. If he wants to go in, it's unfortunate, but you have to also wait for cooldowns. You either back away, let him die, which would not be ideal. It's not the ideal choice, but it is an option. You can back away, let him die, so you don't have to die as well. Or you can wait for cooldowns of the CC from two of these to use for them to use on Volibear. Like if you look here, your first decision here is to just all in. You just want to all in. You're not thinking of the bigger picture, right? Volibear goes in, Qs, you Q Lee Sin, and then you instantly go in. instantly. Like, you don't care CC, I don't care. Lee Sin has ult, I don't care. Pantheon has stun, I don't care. Like, you need to think when you should all in and start. Well, actually, Lee Sin just ulted Volibear. Let's look again here. Yes. Lee Sin ulted there. Now, that Shunpo was actually pretty cool, though, because you avoided the collision of Lee Sin's ult. So it was kind of fancy. I like it. But Pantheon has stun. It's not necessary. As a Katarina, always think of the CC. Always think in your head, okay, this person has CC, he's going to do a certain thing to me, right? So I'm going to timestamp that as well. 712. 712. Don't initiate when CC is up. Wait for Pantheon stun or let Volibear die if you don't want to be part of that fight. Ping him to back. He's gonna be really mad at you though, because you would have left him to rot. But again, that's not the ideal choice. The ideal choice here is to wait for cooldowns and go in when the cooldowns are down. Now you get stunned. Shen shows up, so it just got the whole situation just got a lot worse because now Shen's here. He misses taunt though, Qs you, but then at the end you die either way. So there's nothing much you could do about that. So don't be like, oh shit, maybe I could have done something. You could do anything because you were zoned under your turret, so you just had to take the death. Honestly, you chose to go up here because if you went here, it would be easy for them to catch you. So let's look back here. Okay. I don't think that was necessary. I think you could actually saved your ward Shunpo. You see top lane here. Minions are coming. What you could have done is look at the minimap as you're walking up. Look at the minimap real quick. See, there's minions coming. And you wouldn't have to use a ward Shunpo here. Because now you just wasted your Shunpo and it's on 12-second cooldown, right? 12-second cooldown. You're probably going to get zoned here. Let's see. Yeah, so you walk back and forth. 723. Ward Shunpo. You walk back and forth. I'm not sure why. Keep going backwards. You walk back and forth. Again, you walk back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Just go forward. You don't have anywhere to go. Go forward. You know 100% someone's going to flank you from behind. It's only something that would happen. You're against 3 people. They want to zone you under the turret. They know you're under the turret, right? And you put yourself in this position where you can't really do much. What I would have done, keep going that way. Keep going that way. And then Shunpo on the minions that Pantheon stops here. Just keep going and try to Shunpo on them as you're going away. But you basically zone yourself in here for 12 seconds where you can't really do much because your Shunpo is on cooldown. Maybe you could have actually killed Lee Sin if you had Shunpo here in this situation. But your Shunpo's on cooldown, so there's not much. No, Pantheon stuns you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, you get there's nothing you can do. You get completely wrecked. Anyways, don't worry about that. So yeah, let me timestamp that again. 746. 746. Shouldn't have used ward Shunpo there. Save Shunpo to escape. Keep running back. Don't put yourself in a situation where you can't do much. So 746, timestamp that. Okay. Alright, let's see. You have 36 CS, he has 43. Okay, it's not too horrible. Again, you start Hexer Revolver, by the way, which I'm interested in. Obviously, I don't think Gunblade is a bad rush, because a lot of people do it, right? So I want to see how you do with that. I'm curious. Hexer Gunblade. An item that I don't really rush for. But I've tested, I've tried, and it's not bad. It's good for single targeting. Yes, 100%. Amazing item for single targeting. It also gives Katarina CC to where she does not have CC because Katarina, all she does is bring damage to the team, right? But Gunblade actually slows the enemy. So she has a form of CC there. And really strong single target burst. And on top of that, you have sustain. So It's an interesting item. Let me drink quick water here.
Why? Because I can.
Again, you're looking at your champion way too much, I think. I don't see you looking on the map. Maybe you're looking at the mini-map, yes, but it's better to have a full view image of what's going on. So by dragging your mouse to look at people, what they're doing here quickly, gives you a better image. Lane's pushing on your side. You take my turret, I take your life. That's pantheon. Alright, nothing much to be said here. Stuns you. Oh boy. What happens now? Nice. That was beautiful. Let's look back again real quick. Just to see any slippery mistakes. I think I already spotted one mistake. Q him. It's a good bait. Because you know Moon was down here. You baited Pantheon to stun you. Here. Again. 852. Let me type this. 852. Don't use Shunpo. Don't use Shunpo in point blank range. You don't have to use it as a gap closer or to escape. So again, I don't think you're using Shunpo very effectively here. I don't know why you have to Shunpo. You don't have to. Look, look. Okay, let's look back. Stuns you. You're directly in his face. You don't have to Shunpo at all. WR ignite. WR ignite. Save your Shunpo. What if he has flash? What if he has flash? What if he walks away and somehow gets out of your range? Shunpo. Shunpo is your friend, man. Shunpo is your friend. Use Shunpo, Chuloon. Am I saying your name right, by the way? Chuloon. Chuloon. Use your Shunpo correctly. Not in melee range, point blank range. Use it to gap close, alright? WR, you still get the kill, but all I think you should have done is WR ignite. And be done with it. You don't have to Shunpo. Shunpo doesn't do any damage. Alright, you get away here. Because you got a reset for Shunpo, so that's good. No harm, no foul. Alright. Now you're gonna go for the Gunblade, which I'm interested to see.
Why? Because I can.
It's something I don't go for personally. There we go. You're looking at the map, finally. I mean, you're looking at the full image of things. Because you have, the thing is here, right? If you look at the mini-map, you have basic information. If you look at the actual thing, you have way more information of what's going on. So, like, not in this situation right now, it's just Lee Sin walking across the jungle. But in general, if you look at bot lane, if Lee Sin ganks bot lane, okay, Lee Sin used flash. I need to watch out if he tries anything fancy. He doesn't have flash, so I'm fine. You have to think like this, right? Your awareness, and you need to have a little bit more awareness. I don't really see that awareness. Maybe you look at the map, but again, I want to see you with the full image so you actually know what's going on. Good, bot lane got a kill. 2 kills, sorry. Which is good. Pantheon killed Lulu. Pantheon killed him. Sad face. Alright. That Pantheon ult there. I can suffer. Make him punish him for his ulti. So I like what you did there. Punish. Oh, you missed the cannon. Sad face. Pantheon's still bot lane. Pantheon is still bot lane. Why is it still bot lane? What the fuck? Alright. I think this turret is yours unless Lee Sin shows up. Now, here's the only issue here. You don't know where Lee Sin is, so this could be a little dangerous. You're actually in a very dangerous position right now. You don't know where Lee Sin is, and you don't know if he can one-shot you. Maybe he can, maybe he can't. You never know. But you have Shunpo. And you have a ward, Shunpo. So I think you can definitely escape him. Let's just see how you play it out. Lucian is nowhere to be found on the map. Okay. Pantheon is still bot lane. Pantheon is gone now. I think Pantheon is gonna recall. There shows Lee Sin. Okay. Good play. I'm gonna timestamp that. 10:20. Good punish on Panth ult. You pushed to damage turret and let Pantheon miss CS. That was good. You made him miss CS in this situation. By you pushing, you made him miss mid lane CS. Now Lee Sin will take that CS instead. I'll tell you why I disagree with that. What you did there. Just right there. What you did. 10:40. 10:44. 10:44. You allowed Lee to see you place a ward. 10:44. Lee Sin, he saw you walking up here. He saw you put the ward. Now, when you put a ward, it will make that like a vibration. That was a weird noise, by the way. It makes like a vibration looking area for the enemy, so they can see that you put the ward here. Now, what does Lee Sin do? Okay, Katarina put the ward here. Fuck it. I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna try to gank her from this. If you see my mouse right here, I'm gonna gank her from her wraiths. I'll ward Shunpo over and I'll ulti. Because I know there's vision now here, so there's no reason for me to be ganking here now because I know there's a ward. So if you want to ward here, you walk like this, you walk here, you put the ward here. There. And make sure it's deep in your lane as possible. Always put the lane as deep in your lane as possible. Not in the middle, not here, not here, not here, here. Always towards your side of the map. Always. So I will also timestamp that. 10:46. Always put wards deep in your lane. Always. That's 10:46. Okay. You should back. You don't have to say it. You should back. Back. Pantheon's about to show back up. Hold on. You have 500 gold. Maybe you don't necessarily have to back then. I'm sorry. That was bad on my part. I don't think you have to back because you don't have enough gold to buy really anything. That's one thing. And you already have a pink ward here, so you don't necessarily have to buy a pink ward either. Alright, my bad. You're fine. You can stay in lane just to gather more gold, which you do need. Let me see if you actually shove lane. Where the hell is Pantheon right now? Lee Sin? Okay, I'll tell you something. This Lee Sin... You did not know you put the ward. But now, in future, do you always think some junglers are going to be this silly to not know that you placed a ward here? So, think about it. This is only for one game. This coaching thing right here is for your future games. Is to make you improve throughout late games, throughout, like, later on as you get higher elo. If you want to, you're Platinum 4, right? Platinum 4. If you get Diamond, right? People are not going to be this stupid. They're going to know you put a ward there. But this guy is just silly. I mean, if Katarina walks in the bush, like, if Katarina walks here, stops for some reason, puts a ward, and then Lee Sin didn't see the vibration of that ward, I don't know what Lee Sin was doing, or how he did not know there was a ward here. Okay, you already know he's there. You're in a... Chuloon? Let's look back. Alright, what are you doing, Chuloon? Why did you position yourself here? Okay. Are you thinking Pantheon's gonna come now, or what? Like, because he is gonna show up. He was bot lane, now he's gonna come mid lane. Alright, I hope you knew that, or maybe you forgot or something. Like, this is very important. You have to know when Pantheon's gonna show up. Also, Pantheon already used his ulti at bot lane, so he can't ult you directly. He got ulti, but look, you put yourself in a position where he can actually try something if Pantheon shows up. Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to do that, Chuloon? Oh no! Lee Sin comes, Q's in. You knew he was there the whole time. So you had full vision of him. Look at this. Okay. Shunpo, 2, 1. Shunpo's ready. What do you do? Sorry. Sorry, Chuloon. Alright. Sorry. I'm just... sorry. Okay. You have Shunpo. What do you do? What did we earlier say about Shunpo? Guys. What did we say earlier about Shunpo? Twitch chat. TechV, by the way, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, guys. Okay. What did we earlier say about Shunpo? Think about it. Look. Hint. I'm pointing my mouse on a very, 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 very big hint. There's a ward there. And you have Shunpo, and what do? You dance around here in the lane for some reason. For some reason, the Sin puts a ward here. I don't know why. That's just, you could have just ulted like this. But you put yourself in a position where you literally just trapped yourself. It's your own fault that this happened. So Lee Sin flanks you from the behind. You should know by then Pantheon is going to show up in the lane, right? You should know by then Pantheon is going to show up 100%. 100%. He's not going to be this gone he's not going to be gone this long, right? He's going to show up. You basically, and you also had a ward there, so you had full vision of him, and you put yourself in a position. Now, I don't know why you went back here to farm. I really don't know. You could have just kept going this way if you really wanted to. Where did you use Shunpo? Let me see. Because the Shunpo's on cooldown right at the start. Why are you like walking up to him like this? I will talk about that. 10:55. 10:55. Why are you dancing around with Lee Sin when you don't have to? Why are you trying to poke him in this situation? You don't have substantial poke damage at this point. Why are you dancing around with him? Here. Why are you dancing with him? Look. Look. You're dancing with... You're literally asking him, hey, Lee Sin, Q me. Har, har, har. I'm just gonna show... I wanna just outplay you here. Like... And you use the Shunpo that would have otherwise saved your life. You don't have to dance with him like this. There's no reason for this. No reason. Just to get a Q poke off? Why? You don't have to. Alright. So Shunpo's on cooldown, and then you do another mistake here, which is put yourself in a very bad position despite knowing where Lee Sin is, 100%. And it seems like you forgot about Pantheon completely, so you decide to stick around, where otherwise if you had Shunpo, you could have just watched Shunpo on this pink ward, and you're done. You're out of here. You're fine. But you put yourself in these positions where it's like bizarre. Like, it's bizarre, right? He shows up. It's just a bizarre situation. What do? You trapped yourself, buddy. Oh man, you had Shunpo there. Why did you go back in? All right, Chuloon. I'm sorry, dude. I'm just okay. I'm sorry, man. All right. Why did you Shunpo back in, Chuloon? Chuloon. Viewers, if you're Katarina right now, what do? You have Shunpo up. What do you do? I'll let you think for that a few seconds. Just think. Think very properly. Think. You have Shunpo. What do you do? Just think. I'll let you think a few seconds. Ward Shunpo. Look. Your word, sir. Oh, we got a follower. Hold up. Let's say hello to our follower. Why no Bantimo? What's up, man? Thanks for hopping on stream. Welcome to the Noxian family. Much appreciated, my man. Thank you. Appreciate it, buddy. Alright, so, again. Look. You have a ward, dude. This is what you do. You got stunned here? What the fuck is Lee Sin doing? Look at Lee, okay? What is Lee doing? Like, he doesn't even care about you. Look, he's like, okay, Katarina is definitely dead. I'll let Pantheon have her, right? But you could have easily got away with ward Shunpo right here. Here. You see what you were? You ward Shunpo on this bush area, and you're fine, dude. You're fine. These are twice you could have got away. This was a situation where you 100% could have got away from. 100%. But instead, you Shunpo directly where Lee Sin is when you don't have to. Did you forget that you had a ward or something? Always remember, you have a ward, man. Always remember. Look, put your eyes like this. You're playing the game. Look down. Look, okay, I have a ward. We got another follower here. Let's say hello to him real quick. Goat1398. What's up, man? Thanks for hopping in. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Noxian, man. Welcome to the Noxian family. How you doing? You doing all right, Goat? I hope you're doing all right, man. Thank you for the follow. All right. You don't have to Shunpo directly on his face like this. Use your gap closer properly. That's your only escape ability. Do not use it like this. You know, you put yourself in a position where you can't do anything because you just used your only gap closer ever. And you just used it to go back to Lee. Why? So, let's timestamp that as well. I think this was the most important part of this game right here. This whole thing was just a mess, right? So, 11... This is 11:05, so we're just going to go over all the mistakes here. 11:05, you don't have to walk this deep in the lane. 11:06, let's say. 11:06. You don't have to walk up so close to the minions deep in this lane while you have 100% full vision of the Lee Sin. And you forgot about Pantheon completely. Like, you completely denied the fact that Pantheon exists. It literally just feels like you completely forgot about Pantheon's mere existence in this scenario. So that's one of the mistakes. The other mistake is you used Shunpo badly before this. When Lee Sin, you were dancing around with Lee Sin, you used Shunpo badly when you didn't have to. Lee Sin Q's in, flanks you. Here, 11:08. 11:08. Your Shunpo is on CD when it would have helped you had you not danced around with Lee Sin. Had you not danced around with him, where you were just like dancing around with him for no reason. Your Shunpo was on CD when it helped you. You had you not danced around with Lee Sin. Now, in this situation, use Shunpo on the pink ward that you placed, or keep running towards that direction. What do? Look, you have a pink ward, man. Shunpo's in 2 seconds. You can get away. You can sort of even bait him here a little bit, and then Shunpo quick back here. Shunpo's up. What do? Shunpo is up. Look where your mouse is. Your Shunpo is up, and you move here. Why? Why do you want to go here? And it looks like you completely forgot. Okay, you wanted to jump back to the... I see your mouse here now. I see you wanted to go back here. So I understand you wanted to escape that way. But you would have 100% survived had you not used the Shunpo. Had you not used the Shunpo when you were dancing around with Lee. And you have a pink ward right here, which you could have totally got away from. So you could have done here as well. That would have been a good escape. But he kicked you. That's epic sad face. I see you struggle there with the mouse. Oh shit. Oh no, that didn't work. So he stuns you. But then again, you're like, you focus so, okay, I need to go back to the lane here. I need to go back to the lane. But you don't improvise. You don't improvise. You struggle with your thinking. You struggle so much, and you think, okay, I definitely need to go back here. That was my original plan. I want to go here. See, this is what the brain does. Once you think of something, you just do it, right? You don't improvise. Improvise, the definition of improvise is to adapt to a situation when it happens in an instant. Right? That's what improvise means. And Katarina is all about improvising situations, right? In this situation, you didn't improvise at all. And listen, I don't know why he's even... Look what he said. Yeah, listen, I'm gonna hit this minion for no reason when he could have completely killed you here, walked up to you, because you had the chance to escape there with Ward Shunpo over this bush when Lee Sin ulted you. You could have... Where my mouse is, look at my mouse. Here, you could have Ward Shunpo over here, or Ward Shunpo over here. Walk away from them, not towards them, in the center of them. You literally put yourself in the middle of Pantheon and Lee Sin for no reason. And boom, there goes your life. 1144. 1144. You put yourself in a position where you can't do shit. You Shunpo recklessly for no reason when you had a trinket that you could use to Shunpo away through the bush area. 1144. Okay, guys, we can move on from here. We went very in-depth on this one. Okay. Okay. I'm just reading Twitch chat, see if anyone has anything, if you guys have anything to say. Maybe I missed something. But Shunpo does do damage. Yes, technically Shunpo does do damage, but it's your only gap closer, man. Do you really want to use your only gap closer? How much damage do you do? 70 damage? 70 something damage? It's crap. It's absolute shit. Shunpo is not meant to be used in terms of damage. Shunpo is used as a gap closer. Shunpo is used as a way to escape or gap close to someone. Done. Period. Period. That's the only way you use Shunpo. Never, ever, 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 ever use Shunpo in melee range like this just to do damage. It's not an ability that is supposed to be a burst ability. It's not. It's not. You never use Shunpo like this, ever. Don't waste your only gap closer, as you just saw in this video, in this situation right here, where Shunpo could have been used much better. In a lot of scenarios where he could have used Shunpo much better. It's your most important ability on Katarina, is how you actually manage the cooldown of the Shunpo and how you use it. So this would also benefit the coaching here. All the questions here really help with the coaching. Is it okay that you put a ward at race so that you see Lee coming? When you see the ward here, okay. What you could do, Tech V, what I do, right? What I do is look at my mouse, okay? Look at my mouse. This is where I put the pink ward. Here. On the edge of that bush. Right here. If you see my video on my YouTube channel, I have a video where I show you the best pink ward spots as a mid laner. I have a video of that, right? And I always put the pink ward right here. You see this bush right here? Right on the edge of that bush. This way, you see Lee Sin coming. This way, you have permanent vision in this area. This way, you see Lee Sin coming 100% every single time. Every single time he walks through here, you see him. Done. It's really that simple. You don't have to necessarily put a ward at wraiths, but you can if you want to, but pink ward just does the job for you there. Where Chuloon put the pink ward right in the middle here. Well, you didn't really have to put the pink ward there. You know what I mean? Didn't have to put it in the middle. You could have to, if you want to put it here, put it deep in your lane. Don't put it in the middle. Hellfox, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream, man. What do we say about Shunpo? Always madly use that. Shunpo not on cooldown is a wasted Shunpo. Shampoo. Always madly use it. A Shunpo not... Sorry, I'm trying to understand that. Always madly use it. A Shunpo not on cooldown is a wasted Shunpo. A Shunpo not on cool... I don't know what you mean. The basic summary of this, always use Shunpo in a relevant situation. Like, don't use it point blank range, because it's your only gap closer. Use it only when necessary. That's really it. I mean, that's the basic concept of Shunpo. I'm not really mad. I'm just explaining. This is my way of explaining things. I told you right in the beginning, by the way, guys, I might sound harsh when I'm coaching, but this is just how it is. I'm sorry. This is just how I explain things when I'm a Katarina. I like to really go in depth, and it still helps you get better at the game. I'm sorry, guys. I'm too busy coaching right now, but I have this little bit of time to see any questions on here that would help me. help me with the, like, if you have any questions, if you disagree with what I'm explaining, you can 100% say in the chat and I will explain. So this is also beneficial for the coaching right now. Reading Twitch chat does help with the coaching as well. So, alright, let's go. Let's continue viewing here. Let's see what Chuloon does next. So yeah, that was unfortunate. Unfortunate, Chuloon. Unfortunate, man. But again, you could have done that so much better. Alright, so you get lifesteal, you get extra revolver. Yeah, you're going for the gunblade. Pantheon ulti might be up now. We'll see if it is. Because he just came back from bot lane when he ulted, so now he's mid lane. And he's pushing the lane, so you're probably going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 minions are going to be missed here. You might actually come just in time to get one. Again, you're rushing Gunblade, so I don't want to be like, oh, you shouldn't rush Gunblade or some shit like that. I'm not going to say that, because I don't completely disagree with it. It's not something I disagree with. I don't disagree with Gunblade Rush. It's just something I don't do. So it shouldn't be something that completely should be wrong. Fortunately, team got Dragon. Shunpo! There you go. Missed that minion. There you go. Ah, missed that minion too. Oops, sorry. Let's go back further. W. You didn't have to use the W at all. If you want to use W, make sure that W kills all the 3 minions. And you get 2, but you missed that one. But make sure your W kills all the minions. Make sure they all drop to a certain amount of health where your W can kill them. So 12-15, I'll just put that in real quick. 12-15, make sure your W kills all the minions. Or make sure you have enough time to basic attack the last one by looking at how much your W damage is and just making sure that it doesn't drop him to where it's too low where the minion will finish him, rather than you finishing him off with the basic attack. Alright, so Pantheon is bot lane, Lee Sin is bot lane, and you're gonna push for the turret. Man, that really sucks. Yeah, there's nothing much you can do here. I'm glad you looked down. Lucian's half HP, Lee Sin full, Pantheon full, and Pantheon, I believe, used ulti. I just want to make sure if he did use ulti or not, because I don't have view of him. Okay, he did ulti. He just appeared on the minimap out of nowhere, so he definitely ulted. So Pantheon no ult, Lee Sin's coming down. I hope you're looking at the minimap here, rather than just your character. I hope you're looking at the minimap. Again, in this situation, what I would do, as I'm walking towards the turret, I would drag my mouse quickly to see what's going on, and then I go back here. So the easy way to do that is use these fingers here, these fingers, okay? F2, F3, F4, F5, right? You do it like this. F2, F3, F4, F5, hold space with your thumb. Use the thumb, press space, okay? Use the thumb to go back to your champion, and proceed to damage the turret. But here, you're way too far to go bot lane, and they were pretty healthy, so this is the correct thing to do. You go for the turret. Unfortunately, your team died, so you're gonna go for the turret. And you get it, which is nice. Pantheon is bot lane. Pantheon is recalling. Oh, no, no, no. Watch Shunpo. Ward Shunpo. Dude. Ward Shunpo. Alright, let's go back. Shit. Alright. Chuloon. Ward Shunpo, man. Ward Shunpo. Alright, you got it. Flash is on a 5-minute cooldown. Ward Shunpo, get out of the way. You're fine, man. You would be fine 100%. All you have to do is ward Shunpo, okay? Don't use flashes on a 5-minute cooldown. Never, never, never do this. Ward Shunpo would have 100% got you out of the way. It seems like you don't really look at the inventory. Make sure you look at the inventory. Make sure you look at the inventory. Make sure you have a ward to ward Shunpo, right? You don't just flash instantly and be like, okay, 100% safe, flash guaranteed safety. No, 5-minute cooldown that you just burned that could have been used for a much better cause. But in this cause, it's, oh, he follows you. Shit, that's not Blade. See, here you could have probably flashed. Or you can watch Shunpo right now. There you go. There you go. So, either way, use Ward Shunpo to get away. But you should have used it there when you flashed over that wall. You should have used Ward Shunpo. But at least you get away, which is fine. There you go. Alright, well, that kind of sucks because you actually got ult collided there with Lee Sin ult. Let's see here. So, yeah, what I would say is actually predict Lee Sin ult in this situation and sort of walk away because he's obviously going to... If he ult that person, he's going to collide with you. So, you're going to take that damage. Boom! Take that damage. You Q him, but damn, look how much health you dropped that. You Q him there, but either way, you get him. And did Lee Sin flash? Let's look back. Someone flashed. I don't know who it was. Yeah, he did. He flashed to try and kill you, but you pressed E, and then you press R. Alright, well that's good. That was actually a good Shunpo because you somewhat baited him there in a way. Alright. Nothing much really to say here, except well played. I'll actually timestamp that. 13-11. Well used Shunpo. Well used Shunpo to... Hold on, guys. Sorry, give me a sec. Okay. Okay. Well used Shunpo. Even though you didn't expect Lee Flash. 13-11. Also, avoid being in line with Amumu to not take Lee Sin ult damage. So yeah, what I would have done there in that situation... It's okay. It's a mistake. I understand. Hold on. Here, aligned, fully aligned with one ult that would hit you. What I would do is, okay, Lee Sin has ult. I'll walk up, and then once he finishes with the ulti, I will go back in. Right, ult. Yeah, that really sucks. But yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. You get him anyway, so it's good. It's fine. Alright, you recall here, and I'm excited to see you get Gunblade because I want to see what you do with it. Hold on. I want to see if I timestamp the ward. I did not time... Okay, let me timestamp the ward real quick. 1300 did not use ward Shunpo when Lee Q'd you. So that was back... that was like back here somewhere. Somewhere back here. Somewhere here where Lee Sin Q'd you and he decided to flash instead of ward Shunpo. I really think you should just ward Shunpo. That's it. Don't use flash. Don't use flash. Only use flash when necessary. Flash is a 5-minute cooldown timer. You never want to use it that way that you did there. Pantheon's going to help. Or not. Spotted your pink ward. See what I mean? If that pink ward was somewhat deeper in here, maybe, because Amumu's doing grace right now, maybe you could have been like, oh, okay, I'm going to walk here. I'm going to Q him across real quick and get to him. But you put it in the middle, making it so that, you know, it's pretty easy to get without being in a very tough spot. And I don't know if Pantheon has a ward here across this wall, but it's just better to have the pink ward here rather than being completely in the center. It's just better to put it on your side of the lane rather than just in the middle. Okay, yep, 1,200 gold.
Ready for trouble?
There you go. I don't really see much roaming going on. Shen ulted bot. Yeah, I don't really see roaming much. Anyways, you do have the back. Anyways, don't blame yourself when I'm saying you're not roaming much or anything like that. I didn't mean it that way. I'm just saying I don't see much roaming, as in just in general I'm not seeing much roaming. Not that you should roam, because your team, I mean, Pantheon has a global ulti. He can just instantly go to one place, and there's not much you could do about it. But I see you focused on the lane a lot. I see you got the turret, so it's still good. It's a trade, but it's time for you to get out of the flower now. It's time to bloom out of the flower. I want to see what you do here. Too basic. That was way too predictable. I already thought she was gonna Q, and you have 36 ping, by the way, so you could easily sidestep that pretty easily. You just sort of have to predict and expect it, and you'd be fine. So yeah, too predictable. All you have to do was walk to the right or left. Right. I mean, walking to the right would be better because it's more towards your minions. But the Mumu goes in. You take a shit ton of damage just because of Morgana binding. So that really sucks. Okay, let me look again. What happened? Too predictable. Again. Boom. Way too predictable, man. Way too predictable. Even I saw that coming. Okay. That was really good. You at least killed both of them, which was awesome. Pantheon shows up. Nice. Fang gets her. No flash. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, here. Here. You see Pantheon flash running for your face. What do you do? What do you do? Viewers. I have a question, viewers. What will you do if you see someone flash? What's the first thing you do? What's the first thing you do? 100%. Time the flash. Time it. Always, always, always. Time flashes when you see them in front of your eyes. In this case, 1452. Flash timer is 5 minutes. So you count 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 1952 Pantheon flash timer. So I'm going to put that in here. I want to see if you did type that. Let me see. No, you didn't type it in chat. You didn't type it in chat. So I'm going to put that in the timestamp. Let's see. When was it exactly? Let me see again. 1451 is when he flashed. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 1951. 1951 Pantheon flash timer. Make sure you time it. And that is... When is the timer of that on YouTube? 1444. 1444. 1951 Pantheon flash timer. Make sure you time it in chat and let your whole team know. If no one does it, do it. You do it. This way you have a better idea. Oh, can Pantheon flash stun me here? Like, you know if he has flash or not. So you know in that situation. Sorry. Just had to put the thing that I'm busy right now on the LOL client so no one messages me. Okay. Alright. Back right here. Yeah, you can't really do much, so yeah, I would just back as well. You have a pink ward now, so let's see where you put that pink ward this time. Let's see.
Because I can.
Got Gunblade. What are you gonna get now? Sork shoes? Big wave in mid lane, dude. Big wave in mid lane. Dude, big wave in mid lane. I think you're going to miss the entire thing. See this wave here? That is easily around over maybe 200 gold. Over 200 gold right here. Look how big this is. Look at this. That's like almost one wave plus a couple more minions there. Look at that minion wave here where I'm pointing my mouse. See this? You just missed around that much gold that you could have used. You could have used to improve your build path. Not sorry, improve your build path. To continue building your build path. Sorry, there you go. Poor choices of words there. There we go. Mamu lands Q. Flat. Oh, dear Lord Almighty. What the hell's going on here? Alright, so.
Shut down. Rampage.
Let's look back. Where the hell did. Okay. Listen. Shen walks down. Momo, what the okay, he wants to help volley. Flash, I don't know why he did that. Amumu's ulti isn't even up right now. It's almost up, but it's not directly up. So I don't know why he flashed like that. Considering this is like platinum, right? I mean, goodness. Where did Shen go? Shen probably walked all the way, completely away now. Okay, he's not in this bush because your ulti didn't light up, so he's not in this bush. Imagine if he was in that bush, like that would have been pretty. That would have been pretty crazy if he was in that bush right here, and you didn't see your ulti like light up, and then you're like, oh shit, I missed that kill, god damn it. All right, okay. Why? Why? Oh. Okay. Chuloon, you don't have to put a pink ward here. You're 50 minutes in the game, and it's useless to put a pink ward right there. 100%. Pink ward is your friend. Pink ward is love. Pink ward is life. You don't put it in this bush. No. No. If you want to put a ward like this, by the way, you put it here. Towards your side of the map, always to, because you want them to work for that, right? If someone comes here, oh shit, I gotta go get this minion. You want them to walk there, get it. You don't want them to, okay, I'll just quickly take it down. Like if you put it here, if you put the pink ward here, it puts them in a more dangerous spot. Just saying in general. But you should not have placed the pink ward here in this bush anywhere at all. What you should have done is put the pink ward, look at my mouse, put it here. Right here. Where this red buff is, you put it here. That's the safest. The best, safest pink ward spot when you're playing mid lane. And because there's no vision there. Like, anyone could just walk up to your jungle right now because there's no vision there. And your team's not investing in pink wards at all. Plus, you're the only guy that's actually buying pink wards right now. I have not seen a single pink ward on the map except from you right now. So, definitely props to you on that. But you need to know where to put those pink wards, man. This is not a good pink ward spot at all. Nope. Nope. I would consider that a waste of 75 gold right there. Yes, I would consider that a waste of 75 gold. And you should have put that behind the red buff. 100%. Let's see what happens now. They can do dragon? Dragon's not even... Is dragon up? I can't see. I can't see it. Okay, it's not up. No, dragon is not up. Let me see if you press tab to check the timer. Hold on. I think you did. Yes, you did. You pressed tab. Okay. Just making sure that you did. I think you're fine, dude. You have ward Shunpo. You're fine. There you go. Yeah, you're fine. That's fine. Don't worry. You took some damage, but you have ward Shunpo, you're fine. You can escape that pretty easily. 88 CS right now. I want to see what Pantheon CS is. Because I really think you missed a lot of minions in middle there, in mid lane. There was a big wave there, and you decided to go top lane and put that pink ward up there, but you missed a lot of minions in mid lane, like way more than you should have. That was a lot of minions, and I think that would have been really good for you, but you missed it, unfortunately. You just, that kind of sucks. Hold on, did I timestamp? I did not timestamp, sorry. Let me make sure I timestamp that pink ward that you put way back here. Just quickly make sure when 15
Shut down. Rampage.
1542. Okay, let me just timestamp that real quick. 1542 should not place pink ward there. Even if you do, it should be towards your side of the map. 100%. 100%. And then at some point in 15 minutes, you missed a big wave at mid lane, which could have been equal to 200 gold. Around 150 to 200 gold. That's how big that wave was. And you would have got a lot of money from that, which you completely missed because you wanted to go up here. Yeah, if you see here, look at the minimap right here. Look at all these minions. That's kind of sad that you missed all that. Wow, that would have been so good. But you missed it all. compensate for missing all that mid CS. So that kind of really sucks because you only get a couple minions here and you miss way more in mid lane. And yeah, that just sucks. Dragon's even one. I don't know. Okay, you see Lucian walk up here, so but you don't see the others, so you don't know. Do you see the others? Let me check. Do you only see Lucian? Sorry. It's only Lucian. Does anyone? Yeah. So if you look at the map, yeah, Morgana's there. Lucian there. You see them on the map right now. Morgana, Lucian. But when you point, you only see Lucian. You only see Lucian. So that kind of sucks. You missed Morgana. So I don't think you saw her. This is what I mean by looking at the map at least every 4 to 5 seconds. You have this little amount of information that is so huge. It could just, because you had no idea Morgana was there and she came at you in mid lane. But you did ping, so you're the man. You are the man for pinging that. Either way, you get away from that, so it's fine. They show up, but you're okay. I think you should have ward Shunpo'd way earlier, by the way. 1620. 1620. Just get the hell out of there. Ward Shunpo. And run. Don't use it so late. Here. I'll tell you when you should have ward Shunpo'd. They show up, right? Ward Shunpo. Get the fuck out of there. Run. Get out of there. But instead, you decide to walk a little bit. Let Lucian hit you once. Let him Q you. Get a Thunderbolt proc. And then you ward Shunpo. Just ward Shunpo. Get out of there, dude. Get out of there. As soon as you saw... Okay, as soon as you saw Lucian dash, ward Shunpo. That would be a good time to use the ward Shunpo. As soon as you saw Lucian use his dash there. So you don't take this much damage. So now you use the cookie. Now you're in lane. Vayne is bot lane, Volley's top. And Lulu is bot lane as well. Okay. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. I'll tell you what we could have done better there. I think you played that okay, but I think there could have been things that you could have done better. Let's see. EW to get the reset. I agree. EW, get a reset. Now. What do? Gunblade. Look at Morgana's health. Look at Morgana's HP. She is such a free reset right now. Gunblade her, slow her, QEWR, and then jump on Lucian. You Q the Lucian. Okay, what you should have done here, I'll tell you. So you see the bouncing blade on Lucian, right? So you see the bouncing blade. Actually, your Q does proc another Q on top of it, yes. But if you Q it, you do a decent amount of damage. But here's what you should have done. I'll tell you. Let's go back. There's already a Q proc on it, right? If you want to focus Lucian, even though I really think you should have killed Morgana, because she's way less on HP and she's a pretty much free reset for you, honestly. Like, look at this. Just full burst her. Hexa Gunblade QEWR. She's dead. Gone. Out of the map. And if you're going to focus someone like this who already has a Q on top of them, just as a tip, press E, then Q, then W. Trigger that bouncing blade that you already have it on there. You already have a bouncing blade on there. So you trigger it, and then you press another trigger of the Q. So you trigger Q twice. You detonate it twice. Even though that Q does detonate it, you still get one detonation out of this. But look at that burst. Oh, man. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful amount of burst. But use Gunblade way too late. And use it on Morgana. This is what I'm confused. If you want to full burst someone, dude, if you want a single target, I think it's okay. Maybe you forgot about the cooldown of the Gunblade, but in the future, always Gunblade first and then full burst. Always. If you want a full burst single target, use Gunblade first and then QEWR. But here it was just sloppy. You focused like 2 people and you didn't get a reset out of either of them. So it was just so sloppy and none of them died. Yeah, it was pretty poor. I think you could have done much better there, and you could have easily killed both of them had you chosen the correct target. I think you should have chosen Morgana because she's half HP. It doesn't matter if she's support. She's less HP. You can guarantee a reset on her. Guarantee a reset. Maybe you don't even have to use ulti. Maybe you can save your ulti for Lucian. I think you can Gunblade, QEW, Ignite, and she would definitely totally die. Gunblade already has a bouncing blade on her too. So Gunblade, E, QW, and see if that kills. If it doesn't, use R. If it does, then oh well. You have to use R to kill him, to kill her. And then you can QEW, sorry, the Lucian, and put some damage on him. But I don't think you could have maybe killed Lucian. I'm not sure. But I'm not sure if you could have killed Lucian there. But definitely Morgana. Definitely. Guaranteed reset. Maybe your team can help you finish off Lucian. But yeah, instead you Q... Okay, let me timestamp that. 1659. 1659. Use Gunblade first when bursting. Don't use it as a finisher, last ability... combo or whatever you want to call it. Like, don't use it at the end, use it at the beginning. And another thing, Morgana was a lot less on HP. Way less. Kill her and get a reset, dude. Kill her, get the reset. And you didn't ignite. You didn't ignite. Why? You could have ignited Lucian there and actually killed him, probably. Not really sure if that ignite would have killed, but still. I think if you used... Yeah, honestly, you would have got a reset on him. You could have. All you had to do was use Gunblade on him, QEWR Ignite, and I think that would be 100% kill on Lucian, and then you could kill Morgana. That could work too. Yes. Why not? That could actually work. You would get a reset, and you kill the full health champion, and then you could kill Morgana, who was like half HP. So pretty quick 2 resets there, pretty easily. I would have agreed with Lucian had you killed him quick enough. Yes, I would have agreed with full bursting Lucian first, but you did not use the Gunblade and you did not use Ignite, and you used it both on Morgana, the person you're not focusing or trying to get a reset on. Sloppy. A bit sloppy. Little ults you, thankfully, and you do end up living. You do end up surviving that. Alright, let me drink some water. Again, you could have played that much better. Your team is not... Okay, there's one pink ward down here. But there's not many other pink wards right now.
Only fools hesitate.
You gonna buy anything? Or you, what are you saving your cash for? Huh. You have 960 gold. And, okay. We have time to read Twitch chat a little bit to see if there's any important things you guys want to say. And if you have any things you disagree with my coaching or anything like that. Don't just like, I'm not being... I know I might sound harsh, but what I'm saying right now is something that you should do. Yes, I would do it myself. Whatever that was, Gesha. Everything I say in this video is 100% legit. Alright, it might sound like an asshole or a douchebag, but this is how I coach. This is just the way I coach. And this is how I would do it. If I sound like an asshole, then oh well, I sound like an asshole. But this is how I coach. This is how I do it. And everything I say right here is 100% legit and fundamental when you're playing Katarina. 100%. Not judging the guy. I'm making him improve on the game. I want him to get better. This is part of how you get better. Fatal Strike, so how do I know their masteries? Well, you can know their keystone mastery by pressing tab, and you can see what the enemy's keystone is. So that's part of that, but other than that, Law King, you can check masteries, I guess, if you want to know what the enemy's masteries are. If you're level 22, you don't have ULA. You can play ranked at level 30. Yes, exactly. You can play ranked at level 30. Alright, Ani. Okay, guys. Let us move on here. Now you have Gunblade ready. Okay. Flash up and... Okay, your flash is ready. Ah, missed that.
No going back.
Pantheon show up top. Okay. Dragon's up. It's good, good, good. I like you, man. I like you. I like the pinging. It's really good. You're pinging. I like the pinging. On my way, ping. Nice. See, this is good, man. Pinging. Pinging, it tells you what you're thinking. And, like, it helps the enemy understand what you're doing. So 100% love the pinging so far. Love it. Okay, I'll tell you already before I see this fight. I just want to tell you right now, you showing up here made Volibear miss all the CS because he's probably like, okay, I want to go on Shen right now. He's gonna miss all the CS and he's gonna be put behind on how many gold this is. This is like around 150, 200 gold, maybe 100 to 150 gold, something like this, right? There's a lot of gold for Volley. He needs this, but you showing up here basically forced him to go on this fight and make him miss all the CS. So let's see what he does. Nice, good job, Volley. You still end up getting the kill, you get 150 gold, but okay, at least Volibear gets some cash because he got the kill, right? So, okay. He got the kill, and he can farm up this. Oh, you take his CS. Why'd you do that? Alright. You didn't have to necessarily... Oh, I guess since you missed a big wave at mid lane, you could take that. Anyway, if you press tab right now, I just want to see how much Volibear has CS. Because I want to know if he's behind in CS or ahead in CS. Let me see if you press tab at some point. Oh, man. Shit, see... Okay. This is what I was talking about earlier. Okay. I don't know why I'm getting all excited by clapping and shit. But anyway, guys, let me tell you this, all right? What did I say earlier about the pink ward up here? Look at this pink ward up here. You could have easily put that pink ward here. I forgot your name. Sorry. What is your name? Chuloon. Sorry, Chuloon. You could have put the pink ward here, dude. If you put the pink ward here, you would have known Lee Sin was there, and you would have known he... Like, this is such a important pink ward that would reveal so much. And if you put that pink ward here, you 100% see Lee Sin everything. But that pink ward up here has not been useful so far. No one really enters that area of the jungle that much. Here is a big area, right? You get full vision of here, full vision of here. This pink ward is so important. So, if you have a pink ward... I would definitely recommend you put it here. Look at where my mouse is. You see where my mouse is? Exactly here. Where I'm putting my mouse? Exactly on the edge. Not here, not here, not here, not here, here, here. Because this little thing will reveal as much as possible under the map. 100%. Okay, 1842. Should have put the pink ward there. Gets caught by Lee Sin as a what's the right word? Should have put a pink ward there. Gets caught by Lee Sin as a whatever, forget it. Gets caught by Lee Sin. Could have been avoided. It's something that could have been avoided. I really want to see Volibear CS because I want to know if you should have taken that top CS from him or not. I just want to see how much CS he has. If he has less CS than you, then you should have let him have those minions. Because he needs it. Motherfucker. Alright, I want to see if you press tab. Okay. He has 110. So, it's not completely bad that you took the top CS. You know what? I agree with it. In this situation, I agree with you taking that top CS. Because you missed out on a big wave in mid lane earlier, which was easily around, I don't know how much CS that would be, but it's easily around 200 gold. That mid lane earlier, when I pointed my mouse here and told you there was that many minions, that was a big, important way for you to get. So, getting that top CS helped you get a little bit more gold. So, you also got a kill off Shen, so it's good. You get on top of that 150 gold plus those minions. So, it's fine that you took that top CS from Volley. I don't really mind. I would do that personally as well. I would totally do that. Alright, so you get an LR. And I really wish you get a pink ward. Yes! Yes! I love you. I love you. I love you, man. Okay, please tell me you put this pink ward somewhere better. Maybe you learned from yourself that that pink ward that you put up there was useless. Basically, yeah, I'm just gonna quick summary. That pink ward there, 100% would have saved your life. You would have not have gotten caught. Also, since there is no vision there, I don't think you should enter that area at all. There's no vision there. You have no reason. You have no reason to enter that bush. There's absolutely no vision. It's just a risky path to take. Oh, nice. Okay, let me look at that again. Okay, I'll tell you what you did wrong already. You don't have to use flash. Use Gunblade. Gunblade, QEWR. Done. Look at that again real quick. It's just a really shitty angle. I think if you like flash E like this or flash E, but it's just a really crappy angle to flash E in. Yeah, like here you could have, yeah, you would have got him. Your range is definitely, once you walk up here and he's walking up close, look, and then you flash and then E. I think that was a waste of a flash. I think you definitely could have got him with just Gunblade, E, Q, W or something. That would have been it. You don't have to flash there. Save your flash for when it matters. And then you kill him. He's pretty easy to kill, so good job on that part. And I think you made Lee Sin flash. Good job. Again, time Lee Sin's flash. Okay, let me just timestamp that. 1938. 1938. Use flash only for long gap closers. Don't flash to Pantheon the way you did. Use Gunblade. Did you use Gunblade at all? No, you saved it. I don't think you even had to use Gunblade on Pantheon. I think you could have just killed him with QEW, to be honest. But if you really wanted to catch up to him, you can use a Gunblade QEW because Gunblade is only on a 30-second cooldown, so you always, it just feels like you always have Gunblade up, so just use it whenever you can. But in this situation, I did not see you use it. Also, time 1939, time Lee Sin flash. He flashed in 1946, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 46 Lee Sin flash. 100%. Make sure you time it. Make sure you time Pantheon's flash as well. Just make sure you time flashes when you see it in front of your eyes. Type it in the chat right here. Type it in the chat. Let everybody know. Okay. Man, a lot of people flashing in this game. Okay. Here you could have flash E'd to gap close on Morgana. It would have been good. I think it would have been really good. But since they're slowed, I think you can still catch up. Let's see if you do. Yeah. Oh, no. Okay. So, yeah. In this situation, Flash E would have done the job. 100%. You basically you put this finger on F, put this finger on E. You press these two buttons together. Press them together, you will instantly blink. Even you could even go on Lucian with a flash, like here from here. Yes, you can flash E, get a reset, kill them. You would have got them, but instead you can't really catch up to them. Also, you used the ward Shunpo pretty badly there. Let me look again. I know I'm not gonna tell you like, oh, you made this, like I know you already know that you made that mistake, right? But let's just look again real quick. Yeah. Yeah. I think that was kind of sloppy. So I'll just timestamp that as well. 1948. Poorly placed ward Shunpo. Poor attempt. I'll put that. 1948. We got a new follower. Hold up. Best TI159. What's up, man? Thanks for hopping in. Thanks for the follow. Much appreciated, my man. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Noxian family, my man. Thank you. So yeah, right there, I'm just going to timestamp poorly placed ward Shunpo per attempt, and what else did he do wrong there? If he did not flash on Pantheon, 100% would have caught Morgana, Lucian, and got a reset. 100%. Look at this. Look at this. You're so. If you didn't use flash there, easily could have got Lucian and Morgana, but instead they get away, and that was a poorly placed ward Chumpo, and they completely get away, and you can't gap close. But since I am a move speed Katarina, I would still catch up because I rush Luden and I get sorcerer shoes and I have move speed Quints. That's my way of playing Katarina, and I can instantly gap close despite them like running away like this. I would still catch up to them. That's the beauty of move speed Katarina. But either way, you could have got him either way. If you just had flash, you would have got him either way. Your team's doing dragon. It's good. Get as much farm as you can. I wonder what you're gonna get now. Are you gonna get? I really want to see what the enemy items are, but I can't. I just hope you press tab at some point here. Just want to see what they have. Okay. Pink ward. So you put it in enemy territory. That's not exactly ideal, by the way. I think you wasted around 75 gold, 75 gold. So you wasted, okay. Calculator Nino time. Let's see. 75 plus 75 plus 75. So you wasted effectively 225 gold by bad pink ward placement. You could have used that money much more effectively. Much more effectively. 225 gold used just on pink wards and they were badly placed is huge. Okay, that 225 gold could have helped you got that item that you could have got, but instead you delayed it. But yeah, look, Morgana, what does she do? Is she gonna? Yep, there you go. There you go. Exactly what I just said. Exactly what I just said. Don't place the pink ward in enemy territory unless it's a very smart placement. Here's a good placement. I'll tell you what is a good placement. Look at my mouse. Okay, you see my mouse? Here. This red buff right here, you see this red buff? Put it on the edge of that, I can't see, god damn it, I can't really, basically, you see this terrain here I'm pointing at? Under it, under that terrain is a bush, right? You put that pink ward on the edge of that bush and it will reveal red buff, right? It will actually reveal red buff. If you put that pink ward there, it will reveal the two small red monsters, but you will know if someone does red buff there. So that if you want to put pink wards offensively, you put that right there. Right where the mouse is, right here, but the thing keeps showing. So under this terrain there's a bush on the edge of it, like when I say on the edge of it, like this, like on the edge of that bush. But yeah, okay, let me timestamp that real quick. 2020, don't put pink wards offensively this way. Put the pink wards deep into red bush area if you want to place offensive pink wards. There's nothing wrong with offensive pink wards, it's just where you place it that hopefully will not get taken down, because that pink ward in there, I've once put a pink ward there and it did not go noticed for like the entire game. So it's a really good pink ward spot. Some people don't even notice it. I would still advise you to put the pink ward here, because it's the best pink ward spot. The best pink ward spot. And here. You see where my mouse is right now? Here. That's another good pink ward spot. On the edge of it. Always on the edge. Not to the mid of the bush, on the edge. Your pink ward will get taken down. Because they know it's there now. So okay, nothing big happening here. Look, again. Look. Look on the left side here. Look, there's no vision at all. Lee Sin, he could come through here, kick you, and then Pantheon ults you on top. You never know. Anything can happen here. Anything can happen. There's no vision there. So your pink ward would effectively show everything that's happening. One pink ward is capable of almost showing everything in this area. Just one pink ward in this area would reveal the entrance through here, would reveal the entrance up through here. You will see them a little bit on the top here. If you look at my mouse, guys, on here, you will see if Lee Sin comes through here a little bit. If you put it on the edge, yes. If you put it on the edge, it will reveal even up here. It will, 100%. It's just about how you place that pink ward inside the bush that will reveal that area. One pink ward here would reveal a lot. But there's no vision here. It's just too risky to enter the jungle now. It's just too risky. You have more CS than Pantheon, so that's good. You have 120, he has 101 something. You have 1220 gold. You have a pretty decent amount of gold. Watch him. Oh, that was almost... That would have been sick, by the way, if he actually fell for that. That would have been pretty sick. Your Gunblade is up. I want to see if you use Gunblade next fight. I hope you don't forget to use it. Good sidestep, good sidestep. Oh my god, dude. Okay, that was fucking awesome. Good job. Let's look at that again, because that was pretty cool. Alright. Okay, let me see what you did. Okay. Lee Sin half HP, Shen full HP. What do you do? Okay, smart. You focus the Lee. He gets insta one shot. Good. See, I like this. You let the ulti channel go to full. Once he gets out of range, you Shunpo in, and you get a perfect W on both of them. You get a perfect W on both of them, right? Perfect. Finish him off. Get another kill here. Beautiful. Well played. Well played. Good job. Well played here. See, now you're playing really well. I think you're playing much better mid-game, late-game. It's sort of like me, too. I play much better mid-game, late-game. So this is where Katarina really shines in team fights. Alright, let me see if you use Gunblade here. Because you did not use it in that fight. Okay. Let me look back just to be sure that you did not use Gunblade. I don't want to be not accurate about this. I didn't see the Gunblade, so... Yeah, Gunblade was not used. It's on 30-second cooldown. Use it. Use what you have. Why not? Just use it anyway. 22:55. Let me just timestamp that as well. 22:55. Use Gunblade. It's only on 30-second cooldown. Just use it. Just use it when you have to. I think you could have used Allusion there, but you're not fast enough, so you can't really slow him or anything like that. Oh, sorry, it's not 22:55. It was 21:55. My bad. 21:55. There. Okay, it's fine. You still did well there, I think. Okay, so now you're sieging mid. Top lane and bot lane are pushing, by the way. Just letting you know. Top lane and bot lane are pushing. Your bot lane is pushing. Their top lane is pushing. You're going to keep going here. Back. Your whole team should back here. Because this is a very bad thing. Like, once you take that turret, back. That's it. Okay, I'll tell you when you should have backed. I'll tell you exactly when your whole team should have backed. Spam ping, fall back, okay? Let's look here. Okay, I'll tell you when. Okay. By this time, this is as far as you can go. Back. Otherwise, the enemy team will come up. Because look at the death timer, right? Lee Sin's just up, Shen's up, big wave at top lane. You could go for that. Get that CS, man. Get ahead. If you really want that turret, take it down. Back. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Don't keep going. That's it. Lulu is very bad on health. Look at this. Amumu, no ulti. Vayne, no ulti. You have ulti, but your team doesn't have ulti. Lulu's very low. Back. Don't. Oh my god. And your team keeps going. I think here you should just ping back, ping back. There's a big wave at top lane. It's just sad having all these big waves being missed. let's see what happens anyway. Pantheon also, oh man. Okay, I think you can win this fight. Yep. You did it. You did it. There you go, man. You get a pentakill. Oh, Volley, you ruined it. Okay. So despite you destroying them there, 100% in future games, not every game's gonna go this way, man. Chuloon, not every game will go this way. If your top lane wave like this big right here, and if you see the death timers are up, you have to back. This won't happen every single game. Remember, this whole thing I'm telling you right now is just to help you in future games. I think you win this game now. You win this fight here, but in future games, you won't always win these fights. I think, yeah, they surrender. Wow. Okay, that's GG. And that's it, guys. That is, wow, for a 23-minute game, we went through a lot. There was a lot of things that you can improve on, Chuloon. Victory, man, victory. Dude, wow. There was a lot of things that you can improve on that game, to be honest. So many things could be better. So many ways you could improve your Katarina, man. It's just a matter of practice. I hope this video helps you out, Chuloon. There's a lot of things here that I think you could have done better. Much better. Especially the Shumpos, the pink ward placements. That was a major one. How you're placing the pink wards. You effectively lost over 200 gold by how you're placing the pink wards, right? Yeah, overall, I mean, you won the game, but in future games, not every game's going to go this way. Not every game's going to go this way. There's sometimes we need to back, sometimes when you can't. So, as a quick summary, everyone. Okay. Flyer, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. For how long will you stream today? I am streaming. Well, I don't know, cause I'm gonna be coaching Ani next, cause we just finished coaching our buddy Chuloon here. So, Bestie says, why Gunblade first? By the way, it's he prefers it. Chuloon prefers Gunblade first. I'm not gonna say it's a bad item. I think it's great. It has great single target burst. Gives CC to Katarina because Katarina does not have CC, right? She doesn't have. All she does for the team is pure damage. That's her thing. Pure damage. No CC. No other things like that. So Gunblade gives the form of CC. Really good single targeting, and yeah, that's just his way of playing the game, which is okay. I think it's a really good item. Hey, is Magi Soul still good on Cat? Definitely, if you snowball, yeah. I still think it's a risky pick, though. I still think Magi is a very risky pick, risky item to go for. And there's no way to exactly snowball a game. You can't really guarantee that. If you're playing on higher elo, you cannot guarantee a snowball. You just can't. Because anything can happen. Anything. If you rush Magi or something like that, you never know what can happen. You can't exactly snowball a game. Yeah, there you go, Ani. Thank you. He is a Katarina main. And I think all Katarina mains can improve. Hell, even I can improve. So, there's a lot of things I can improve on. But I know all these things. I do them in my games, too. He's coaching. If he is playing himself, it's really funny. What do you mean by that? You call me a bad Katarina? How dare you, Gesha? Ani, give me a sec, alright? Because I have to make a quick summary. Alright. We have to do a quick summary for our boy here. Alright, guys. So, let me just show you here. Quick summary. It's going to be really quick, really fast. Just a review over everything, all the main points, so that our friend here, Chuloon, gets a bigger idea without having to watch the whole video again. If he wants to just, I will highlight the key points right now for you, man. So, 131. Gonna go at 131. You don't have to Q the minions that's right at the start. You're not really going to shove lane early. Last hit with Q or basic attack to last hit them. So that was here when you did that. So that's one of the points. Next point, 220. Don't Q that minion. Don't walk up to it and get hit by Pantheon just to last hit it. Instead, last hit with Q. Right here. 220. You Q that minion when you didn't have to. It was on full HP. Unnecessary. And you walk up to him very close and get stunned. Which is not really good. And should not be done in laning like this. Against the Pantheon especially. This is just, you need to be careful with your movement, basically. 316. .316 is our next timestamp. So, quick review over that as well. You Q that minion, and I said that it was unnecessary Q on that minion. Unnecessary. Didn't have to Q it. You just did not have to Q it. Save it for a last hit, or save it for a poke if you really want to poke him. But Qing a full HP minion like this, what's the point? You effectively put the Q cooldown on a couple of seconds here. Okay, next point. Stop walking a Pantheon last hit minion, control lane management. 320. There you go. Gets a shit ton of damage on you, and then you Shunpo. Do not Shunpo that close to him. Alright, so that's 320. Stop walking up to Pantheon last hit minion, control lane management. So yeah, if you tried to last hit that minion, you took a lot of poke from that, and then you Shunpo on him, point blank range, don't do that. Never, 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 never use gap closer this way. I can't stress that enough. It's the most important thing about Cat. You could have just Shunpo'd on this ward here, and you would have been fine. Instead, you Shunpo way too close on it where you didn't have to. So that's another point. Next point. 341. Stop queuing minions that you don't have to queue. Right here. You queued that minion, didn't have to. You didn't last hit it. You just did it to bounce it on Pantheon. If you want to harass Pantheon directly, make sure your Q initial hit goes on him, because Bouncing Blade is less damage per bounce. So just wait for that minion to drop low so you can last hit it. .424 is our next point here. 424. Is it 424? Just finished Shiv lane, got a huge wave. Pantheon misses CS under turret. Yes, that was actually a positive thing I mentioned here, is that you pushed lane, you made Pantheon miss CS here, so it's good. And then you recall to buy your item. So that was good. Good harass on Pantheon. 533. 533. There, that was a really good harass. Really good harass. So you did plenty of damage there, which is really good. So that's another positive thing. 644. 644. Good lord. 644. Oh yeah, here. Oh my god. Okay. So this is just a basic summary. I'm not going to explain everything in depth because I already did. So this is going to be a quick everything. So 644, don't use Shunpo if you're planning on pushing that deep with both Pantheon and Lee up. Expect Lee to ward hop over the wave camp right here. Over this wave camp, which does happen. If you look here, you keep hitting, and then Lee shows up as I predicted before it even happened. I knew he was going to do that. Pantheon ulti is up. He ults as well. Here you go. You stay here way too long. Ward chop, boom. There you go. That happens. So yeah, that was 650 something. Yeah, don't go for turret hits, just pack, let Pantheon miss CS. Just let him miss the CS from the turret. 712. Don't E on Pantheon while he has stun up. Boom, stuns you. Make sure you time your CS, make sure you time cooldowns, make sure you enter a fight knowing what type of CC you're up against. Next one is 746. 746. What happened here? 746. Shouldn't have used Ward Shunpo there. Save Shunpo to escape. Keep running back. Don't put yourself in a situation where you can't do much. Right here. A little bit before. A little bit further. Here, when you Ward Shunpo here. Goodness, I timed that badly. When you were running up. When you were running up towards north. Oh, we got a new follower. Let's say hello to I is now a Noxian. Thank you for the follow, man. Much appreciated. Welcome to the Noxian family, my man. Thank you, man. Here, when you're running upwards, you run upwards, and then you Ward Shunpo. You panic Ward Shunpo. That was very like a panic thing. You were scared, right? Shen already queued you. You have nothing to worry about. Shen's Q is on cooldown, and he's a bit low on energy right now. You don't have to Ward Shunpo. Instead, keep walking that way, keep going, and then Ward Shunpo, or there's a minion wave coming up, you can Shunpo on that minion wave, and you wouldn't find. But instead, you get locked up, and you're put in this place where you can't do much, and you're just trapped there. Look, you're trapped there, what do? You can't do anything, you're dead. Your Shunpo's on cooldown, you can't jump on Lee, you can't outplay them in any way. Even though it was possible, maybe you could outplay them if you had Shunpo on cooldown here. Maybe you could have ignited him and then went on Shen as he's taking turret aggro. You could have maybe got 2 kills off that. But overall, it was a badly used Shunpo. Alright. Next point is... 852. Here. Look at this. Unnecessary Shunpo. Very unnecessary. Even though you end up getting the kill, don't use Shunpo in point blank range. You don't have to use it as a gap closer or to escape. If you're in point blank range like this, melee range, why do you have to use Shunpo? It does damage, sure, but it's barely any damage. Use it as a gap closer or use it to escape on this pink ward here. You can Shunpo on this pink ward and you're 100% fine. In this case, Amun was here, so you don't necessarily have to. But since Amun was here, just QWR. That's it. QWR. Don't use Shunpo. What if he flashes away and you can't gap close? You can follow up with a Ward Shunpo. But if you use Shunpo directly in melee range, you lose that gap closing opportunity. So that was for that. 852. 1020 is our next timestamp. 1020. Okay, what did I put here? 1020. Good punish on Panth ult. You push to damage turret and let Pantheon miss CS. So that was a positive thing. You see Pantheon in a bot lane, you push, you let him miss CS, you put some damage on the turret. Good job. 1044. 1044. You allowed Lee Sin. You allowed Lee Sin to see you put a ward here. Look. Look. It's too obvious. It's too obvious, dude. He knows you put a ward there now, and he can choose a different gank path now because he knows you put a ward here. Instead, walk this way, put a ward directly like this. Don't walk up to it this way. He knows. But unfortunately, that Lee is really silly and did not know that you put a ward there because he was not paying attention, I guess. He didn't have awareness. So the Lee Sin in this case was bad, but you don't always have to, you can't just keep depending on bad players. You must always assume that the player is a smart player, even though he might be bronze, even though he might be plastic 5, right? Even though he's a garbage player, you must assume he's smart. Because this way, you know what you have to do. You must always assume that the player is clever. 1046 is our next timestamp. Oh, sorry. That was already the one. Always put a ward... I wrote, always put a ward deep in your lane. Oh, maybe that was the ward you just put here. Yes, here. Put the ward here. Not here. Not in the middle. Not in here. Not here. Here. On your side of the lane. As explained in the coaching session. This is just basic summary of everything. So I'm just going to go to the point. Place it here. It's more deep in your lane. Lee has to, if he wants to sweep it, he has to be close to your, as much as possible into your side of the map, rather than his side of the map. Next timestamp, sorry, 1055. That was a major thing in the game. I took some time to describe this one, because that was, I think, the most important thing here. Very, very important. You're just dancing around. Why? Why do you need to dance around with Lee Sin like this? Look, you dance around, he accuses you to use Shunpo. Now, that Shunpo could have been used much better because later on, look at this. You have Shunpo's on cooldown. Lee Sin sits in that ward that you placed because he's stupid enough not to realize that there was a ward here to begin with. So this Lee is horrible because he did not have the vision, but you can't rely on bad players all the time. You have to rely that they're good players either way. But here, you make the mistake of going back in when Pantheon is missing, and you know he was just bot lane. So now he's going to come back to lane, and look, Pantheon goes to you. Even though you 100% had vision of him, you don't have Shunpo. Shunpo's on cooldown, so you could have easily Shunpo'd here. But instead, look where you go. Instead, you just have to walk back in the lane. Walk back in the lane. Let's hit these minions for some reason. Pantheon's about to show up, dude. Pantheon's going to show up. You got nothing. What do? Boom, kicked. And then you make another mistake here. He stuns you, and then look what you do. Look, you go Shunpo towards the Lee Sin. Never do this, man. Never. Use the gap closer properly. Use ward Shunpo. You don't use it. You have ward here. You could have easily, look at my mouse, okay? Look at my mouse. You could have ward Shunpo here. Right here, dude. Right across this bush here, you could have 100% jumped over when you got kicked by the Lee Sin. Pantheon is like hitting minions for some reason, so he's being silly, and you could have easily got away with that. But instead, you go directly between Pantheon and Lee Sin, and using your only gap closer and your only escape to put yourself in a bad position where it was 100% not necessary. 1144, you put yourself in a bad... No, which one is that? 1144, you put yourself in a position where you can't do shit. You Shunpo recklessly for no reason. Hold on, let me look at this one. What time was it? 1144. Wait, that was not 1144. You put yourself in a position where you can't do shit. You Shunpo recklessly for no reason when you had a trinket that you could use to Shunpo away through the bush area. Never mind, that was what I just explained here when you died here. When I told you to ward Shunpo over here. So that was the timestamp for that. Okay. So let me correct that timestamp. That was 1112. 1112, not 1144. There, 1112. 1215 is our next one, so let's hurry up to that one. 1215. Boom. 1215. Make sure your W kills all the minions. Yeah, here. You basically like this one, but then you press W, and it doesn't kill all the minions. You best down, but you miss this one. You miss it. Make sure you time your W so that it kills all the minions. Make sure you have enough time to basic attack one of them at least to actually get that gold. Just don't W this way. Time your basic attacks properly so that your W kills all the minions. 1300. Sorry, what? Fuck. Did I use Shunpo? What time was it again? 12? Goodness. Did not use ward Shunpo when Lee Q'd you. 1300. Right here. Alright. Bro, so Skin, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream, my man. How you doing? You doing alright, man? We're currently coaching a player here. Alright. Okay. 1300. Here, when you aligned with Lee Sin, look, boom. You aligned with Lee Sin, you should have expected Lee Sin ult, walk up north, avoid the Lee Sin ult. And that was a good Shunpo because you sort of baited, you made him flash here, but you Shunpo'd here, so even though it was unexpected, you still did it and made it work out, so that was good. So it was a well-used Shunpo. 1311. Man, I'm getting tired. Hold up, guys. Whew. Man, coaching is hard. Okay. 1311. What happened here? Well, you Shunpo, even though you... Okay, sorry, that was already... 1444 is the next timestamp. 1444. Yeah, time flash. You didn't time Pantheon's flash. So that was one thing that was very important. Make sure you time flashes. Flash is 5 minutes. Make sure you time it. 1446 that was. Okay. 1542 is the next timestamp. So let's quickly rush this over here so we can move on with Ani, because we have another person to coach here. But we're putting a lot of effort into this coaching session here.
Rampage.
1542. Should not place pink ward there. Even if you did, it should be towards your side of the map. Yeah. You put a pink ward here. Why? Save your pink ward. Put it behind the red bush here, as I explained earlier. Putting it in the middle as well was not a good idea. Placing it here was just a bad choice overall. It's not an efficient pink ward placement here. The next one is... Huh. What's the next one? It says 1500, but I don't think... Oh, never mind. That was the flesh. You missed a big wave at lane. Yes, here. If you look at mid lane right now, look at the mid lane. You missed all this big wave to get some top CS here, and you missed that entire wave here. So, no bueno. You missed a big wave. You missed a lot of gold there. So, yeah. That was pretty crucial. We're almost done here, guys. We have a couple more timestamps here. 1620. 1620. Get the hell out of there. Yes. You should have used Ward Shunpo earlier. Here. Once you see a Lee Sin dash, Ward Shunpo. That's it. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. No, 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 no. Get out. Get out. You get basic attack. You queued. You lose around that much health. Just Ward Shunpo. You have your Ward Shunpo up. You have everything ready. Just get the hell out of there, dude. But you take way too long to Ward Shunpo, which you could have done way earlier and not take that damage. 1622. Next one is 1659. 1659. Here. Yes, here. 1659. Morgana was a lot less on HP, way less. Kill her and get a reset. You can get a reset off Morgana, 100%. She's half HP. And here, you could have killed Lucian if you used Gunblade and Ignite, but you didn't use either. So you QEWR, and then you didn't even ignite him. You ignited like nothing at all. And then you use Gunblade and Ignite on Morgana instead. When you didn't really focus on killing him, get a reset on him, 100% guarantee a reset, and then kill Morgana, and they would have got 2 kills. Instead, you don't get any kill, and they both get away. So that was huge. You definitely should have killed both of them there, 100%. And you could have done that better had used Hextech Gunblade and Ignite on the correct person. If you did that on Lucian, you would instantly burst him, kill Morgana after that. So they both managed to get away. 1842. 1842. Something to do with the pink ward. Yes, here. Oh my god. Yeah. Here. You're walking down, right? You're walking down. Now, as I said earlier, you put that pink ward up here, right? And this tri-bush on top. Look, there's a pink ward here on the map. See, there's a pink ward there. If you put a pink ward here, you would know Lee Sin is there. But boom, instead, you get deleted completely because you didn't put that pink ward there. And that pink ward is very, very important because it's like the main pink ward of the game. Like this pink ward here reveals a lot. It gives you a lot of information about your own jungle. Because if you look here, there's no vision anywhere. Like no vision anywhere. Well, it's just horrible. So you need to have the pink ward here. 100%. So that was 1842. Next one is 1938. 1938. What happened here? 1938. Time flash. Okay, yeah. Lee Sin flashed here, so time his flash. Again, you didn't time his flash. You didn't type it in chat. Next one, 1948. Poorly placed Ward Shunpo per attempt. 1948. Yes, here. If you did not use flash here earlier, let me show you again. When you flashed on Pantheon, you didn't have to use flash. You could easily kill them without having to use flash. So you burn flash, you still get the 2 kills, but it would have been more efficient had you used flash in this situation. Because you couldn't gap close. If you had flash here, flash E, get a reset, Gunblade on one of them, kill them. Look, you could easily, they've been slowed by Volibear. They've been slowed. You can get them with flash, but you use flash, so you can't gap close. And a poorly placed Ward Shunpo, by the way, here as well. It just seems like you struggled a little bit there. It was just sort of a struggle, and you didn't get them at all. So that was kind of unfortunate. What's the next one? We're almost done. 3 more timestamps. If you did not flash... Okay, 1948. Oh yeah, that was the... If you did not flash on Pantheon, you could have used flash to get to gap close them. 2020. Last timestamp. 2020. Yes. Don't put the pink ward offensively this way. Put the pink ward's ward deep into the red bush area if you want to play offensive pink. If you want to place offensive pink wards, you put the pink ward here, and you effectively wasted 3 pink wards this game, and you wasted over 200 gold. And you put the pink ward here, which is not exactly efficient because it's a very obvious place that where wards would be, and Morgana clears that away pretty easily. If you want to put a pink ward offensively, put it in the red bush area, in this under this terrain here, where I'm pointing my mouse right now, under this terrain here, under this bush. Right there, on the edge, not in the middle, like not in the middle, on the edge of that bush down there. And final timestamp 21:55. Oh boy, okay, 21:55. There. Use Gunblade, and you didn't use it at all in this fight. You could have used it, and you should have used it. It's on 30-second cooldown, and it's a great active item. You should use it. But anyway, you did kill all 3 of them. It's still good. It still worked out, but you did not use Gunblade in this situation. Like, as soon as you start this fight here, look at your Gunblade. It's still active. Even though it doesn't matter, but I'd still recommend you use it. It's only on 30-second cooldown, so just use it. Slow someone, damage them, single full target burst someone. It's good. So, guys, that is all the timestamps, everything. Everything, guys. That's everything. That is it. That is for Chuloon. Thank you, Chuloon, for the clip. I hope you learned a lot from this, man. I hope this helped you out. We're going to move on to the next coaching session here. For all the guys at YouTube, thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry this has been a long video, but I think by the time you got to the end of this video, thank you for taking so many hours of your time to watch this video, guys. Thank you. Because it's pretty in-depth. There's a lot of things that he could have done better, and there were many things that just could be better. And there you go.